I love you too. I'm Jesse. I'm an alcoholic. All right, my people. My sobriety date is October 28, 2015. Thanks. You know, when I want to say that I decided I needed to get sober, but the fact is I had no idea what I was about to do. I know I was hurting. My life was unmanageable. I really didn't like the person I was seeing in the mirror. And the bitch is I didn't think it was drugs or alcohol was the problem. I just thought life was unfair. The cops were always out to get me. Go figure. And I know that I had a pretty bad thinking problem. I like to blame everybody. It never was my fault. I didn't like to take responsibility for anything in my life. And I was definitely afraid of commitment. I could never follow through on anything. So I ended up going to central office in Traverse City, down by Logan's Landing. And the reason I did that is because my mother is in recovery. She's been sober coming up on 40 years in January. Yeah. When I got there, I was just thinking it would just be her in the office, and sure to shit, it was so busy. There was so many people. I hesitated to even go in. I was pacing. I must have smoked like 12 cigarettes before I even got out of the car, you know? And I finally got out of the car and I walked in and, you know, I said hi to my mom. She asked how I was doing and I said, not good. And that was kind of my code word of I was destroying myself, really, with drugs and alcohol. And she knew that. My mom had to kick me out when I was 16 years old, and I lived on my own because that's what I wanted to do. I liked the lifestyle. I liked the drugs. I liked the money. I liked the women. Sorry, honey. And I finally asked for help. My mom got me a phone number, and to be honest with you, I wasn't going to call it. I didn't want to. I was afraid, and I ended up calling it. And guy picks up the phone, and he's like, "You're Jesse?" I'm like, Jesus Christ, yeah. This is Jesse, you know? And he's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Central office." And he's like, "I'll meet you at Bob Evans." I'm like, "All right, cool." Bob Evans it is. And I went. And to this day, I really don't know why I went, which is okay. I don't really have to dissect that very much. And I walked in, and this gentleman was kind enough to tell me a story that I could relate to. He's one of us. He's an alcoholic. And we sat there and talked for, I don't know, an hour. And I knew right away I had to ask this guy to be my sponsor before I even knew what a sponsor did, because I know I wouldn't have asked, and I know I wouldn't have followed through with anything. It was like, I was at that point where I had to try something. So I trusted this guy, and he's still my sponsor today. I have people in this room that have seen me when I first came in to now, and we've grown together. But I want to say, you know, the biggest thing for me is it's more than just not drinking and not doing drugs. That's what I want you guys to know. It's about becoming a good person. It's about following through. I don't have any kids of my own, and that used to bother me a lot. But with work and praying, I'm kind of glad because I get to stop the disease of alcoholism and drug addiction, it doesn't have to carry on to the next person. So I get to share this with people from all over. And I give back as much as I can because Alcoholics Anonymous saved my life. I got pretty uncomfortable. I did things that I didn't want to do, and for a good reason. I've learned a lot more than just not drinking and drugging anymore. I've learned to tell the truth. Yeah, and it's just a day at a time. And if you're struggling, you don't have to do it alone. Reach out, because we're here for you. That's all I got. Thanks.